Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he completes it to Cohen. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. It's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll roll him out right, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Cook. They find some open field here. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 14-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 56 yards on the ground.
10 at the 14-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's sacked back around the 28.
It's all about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them, and they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On the move to his left.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen.
Wilson's pass.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this one in for the Bears touchdown. Jarnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Adam Thielen. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13. Vikings 3.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And he'll get it out to midfield. He'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A 6 yards pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw, Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to let... This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game.
Minnesota.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They try again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. Working out of a gun, Cousins. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 73 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Resulted in losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Throwing is Wilson. Rolling to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. Well, they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. He's going to float this. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe. So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit. And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 15. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting.
And a throw interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one again for a Bears touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Taken down, a Bear sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Chicago.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the third quarter with Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing is Cousins. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the ground, Cook. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Cousins. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 4th down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph.
That's good.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And they're ready out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That's good for 28 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run it again with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
With this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 4th time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw is Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22. At the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Get there and pick it. They spotted the 4th quarter that deficit. Had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long, it's Wilson being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Jackson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That is
is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of it through.
And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
This is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
The Vikings.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Bears 42, Vikings 23. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Oh, wide open. Complete. 30. 20. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. Cousins. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Vikings 31. Dan Bailey to kick off 4 minutes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
At the 11-yard line.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They try again with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Today's final score, Bears.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. off we go from Denver. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Alexander, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
12 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gannon. Pass incomplete.
Gannon's pass thrown away and incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Gannon. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Gannon. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
The tackle by Brian Burns. Tackled back at the
2nd and 16. From the gun, Gannon. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd down. Gannon. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 18-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Buccaneers 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Gannon. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Gannon. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First carry here for Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st and 10, Gannon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Gannon. Incomplete.
Gannon's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up
the chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Gannon. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Janikowski on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Janikowski's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by the safety, Taylor Mays. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13.
Here's nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flushed out right. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gannon. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Up from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Jaguars' 7-yard line.
This won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right? And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Tyler Lockett now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Gannon, and that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Darren.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Gannon. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Sebastian Janikowski set to kick off.
So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
1 yard gain.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On first down, Robinson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
complete to Stephon Diggs.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the run, it's Robinson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
That's good.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, Jackson flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Touchdown.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. The Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Montez Sweat, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Montez Sweat able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson now down around his goal line. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 48-yard.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right, letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
2nd and 16 at the 9-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander, and the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Finds his tight end Ingram. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And he's got some space here. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Sebastian Janet.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Janikowski set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Tonight's
So this will be a win for Jack.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the 4th quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You're ahead by just a field goal, but your opponent has the ball just across midfield. It's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 30. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Niners' 28-yard line.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
There you have it, another challenge and another.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the fourth quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You have a 3-point lead, but your opponent has driven down to your 25. As we get set here, 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Xavier Howard on the coverage.
He'll look to throw. And boy, that one drops into. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bears on offense as they get ready to go. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That is wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Anthony Miller. Touchdown, Chicago.
All right, not the result that you were hoping for. Don't sweat it, though. You can replay the challenge right now or at any time later on. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Mark that as a gain of 16. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Trubisky 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Room here to run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And there he goes. Reggie Bush. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the...
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
Okay, Coach, we jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the fourth quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. We're all tied up at 24. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll hand it off to Bush. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Hello, and welcome to this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
We jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the fourth quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You're ahead by just a field goal. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19.
So now the veteran Rivers and the Colts down 24-21, a minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Lamar Jackson center.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
This challenge begins in the second quarter with 3 minutes to go. You've got a big lead. You have the ball on your own 20-yard line. First and long. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson being chased out left. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Steps away. Yep. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0, but you're just across midfield as we get set here, 1st and 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great effort there. 45 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that That's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Now 3rd down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points.
Alors, je suis dans un défi, je vais le terminer. J'en ai pour 5 minutes en rien. Je fais le Black History truc là. Ça donne un 95, 3,90 puis un 95. Je les recèle tout après. Oui. J'ai la Thor version noire. Pour de vrai. Non, pour de vrai. Va checker Frank Pollard sur internet. Va checker Frank Pollard. Non, Fritz Pollard. Fritz, comme un Fritz Pollard. Fritz. Comme les petits biscuits Fritz là. F-R-I-T-Z. Ah, c'est vrai. Ok, regarde. Ah, ouais.
On the ground. That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little game.
Non, c'est des petits challenges, genre score 25 verges, blabla.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. As the Buccaneers.
Il reste 2 minutes 40. C'est ça que j'ai dit? Non, j'ai dit 3,90 puis à la fin, quand tu les as toutes complétées, t'as un 95. Va donc, hey, dis-moi donc c'est qui les 95 que tu peux avoir. Va donc checker en attendant. Ouais.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, Burrow on the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us
Black History Month.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Dans Auction, mettons, tu le vois-tu? On va checker sur Safari ou pas? C'est un non-auction.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. That's complete to John Ross. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To the air again, Burrow. And no, it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
C'est les mêmes 3 joueurs, mais 95.
Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts.
Ouais.
As the clock will stop with 33 seconds.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais, Gadouille?
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Ouais. Il y a qui là-dedans? C'est quoi les... C'est Fred, après c'est... C'est quoi la position des 3? Ben toi legit, tu peux le faire le tight end, avoir le 95 tight end. Va donc checker sa carte avant pour être sûr que son speed soit genre 33. Ouais, mais il est 95, t'as James.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason.
Non, non, il y en a genre 95. Il y en a 94, Waller.
Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver out of the backfield. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Ok, ben c'est quand le bord de bord tu pourrais l'avoir, ça fait un 95 là. Je viens de faire le terrain au complet. J'ai fait un pic, et il n'y a pas de stamina dans le challenge. J'ai retourné jusqu'à ma ligne de 1 puis j'ai refait le terrain au complet. Je le réessaye. Big, j'ai infini de stamina puis eux autres perdent la stamina. C'est trop con. Bon, ok, fuck off. Je vais écrire ça. Ouais, ok.
In this one, you've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
If you do it with set, all pros. Now we have entry to specific players as you may still roll with Nelson. See players. Nelson.
Au complet. Mon challenge est fini, j'arrive. Es-tu encore là? Ton invite est. Je peux-tu encore la join ou. Ça me gratte les cheveux. Euh. Je t'en ai. Toi. Quoi? Quoi? Ah. Oui, je t'ai rien de la rejoindre. Ça se fait encore couper les griffes? Je pensais qu'on pouvait plus couper les griffes des animaux. Mais repousses-tu ces griffes ou genre sont coupées fini? Ah, ok. Ah, ok. Ok. Non, non, je pensais genre se faire arracher les griffes, j'ai confondu les deux. Parce qu'avant, parce qu'avant, tu pouvais genre vraiment arracher les griffes. Mon premier chat à moi, là, que j'ai eu quand j'étais tout petit, il y avait plus de griffes, on lui a fait arracher. Mais genre, ça a été prouvé que c'était tellement genre douloureux pour les animaux que genre là, ils font plus ça. Ouais. Hey, ouais. Hey, mon jeu, il faut que je restarte. Bon, désolé. C'est vite, je pense